Hello YouTube, hello Internet, it's Eric Sky here. I wanted to take a moment to explain what gold and silver bullion stacking is. You've probably heard the term on the news. If not other places, you're seeing bullion dealers pop open for business, pawn shops saying they'll buy gold and silver. Well, what's happening? What is bullion stacking? Well, a lot of people are purchasing physical silver or gold. It could be in the form of government issued coins. The American Silver Eagle is probably one of the most well-known examples of a bullion coin here in the United States, produced by the United States government, of course. It contains 1 ounce of 999 fine silver. So that's probably something you've heard of, but there's other mints. There's Australian Perth Mint, Chinese mint. They make the pandas. The list goes on. Royal Canadian Mint. Anyway, so how does one start bullion stacking? Well, the best thing to do is probably not to go to the local coin shop or bullion dealer, because they're going to be up on everything and they're probably going to try to rip you off. Not to say they're shady, but everyone's out to make a profit nowadays, and they're probably not going to have the best intentions, especially if they know you're new to the game. What I would recommend doing is researching online the best places to purchase bullion, gold or silver, and be careful where you buy from. Read read the Better Business Bureau reviews. Read other people's opinions. Have they been ripped off by this place? Two places I would recommend, and this is just my recommendation. Do your own due diligence and research. I'd recommend ProvidentMetals.com. That's ProvidentMetals.com, and APMEX, APMEX.com. Probably seen APMEX on, also known as the American Precious Metals Exchange. You've probably seen them on CNBC, etc. They've really gotten popular, and with that popularity has come some a little bit more expensive shipping and handling charges than I would like to pay. But sometimes they have items that other places don't. I primarily use ProvidentMetals.com as my first choice, followed by APMEX. Both are very reputable, and you can count on receiving quality products from there. So what's the best thing to stack? Well, that's an opinion that varies among many. I personally prefer government-issued coins, and the reason I do, even though they cost a little bit more over the spot price of gold or silver, the collectability, also known as the numismatic value of those coins, can increase, and even new coins that are purchased this year or whatever. I mean, they can, it could be a low mintage, and people really want to add those to the collection. So it wouldn't be rare to see a coin with, $10, $15, $20 spot, 10 or 15 or $20 premium over spot, and it be a new coin. Some good examples of that are the 2012 Australian Perth Mint Lunar Series 2, Year of the Dragon. Those 1 ounce silver coins are selling for around $99 now, which is ridiculous. But someone that got in on those before the popularity was realized could really turn around and sell that numismatic bullion coin and then buy more generic bullion. So when I say generic bullion from a government coin perspective, I'm saying maple leaves, Royal Canadian Mint maple leaves, the U.S. Mint, American Silver Eagles. Don't, in my opinion, if you're stacking bullion, don't deal with what are referred to as graded coins. They've been professionally graded, and they say they're in whatever condition of mint state, so that they should be worth more. I would just stick with the generic government coins. I really like the Royal Canadian Mint maple leaves. They can be purchased for just a few dollars over spot price of silver or gold, and they're highly collectible because of their purity. The Royal Canadian Mint coins seem to have more silver content than the U.S. rounds, and it's insignificant. For example, the American Silver Eagle is 999 fine, 3 nines. The Royal Canadian Mint maple leaves are 9999, 4 nines fine. So it's not much of a difference, but to some people it makes a huge difference. You can also buy the generic bars, the silver bars, or the generic silver rounds. Now, a round's not a coin. A round is is a piece of physical gold or silver that was created by a private mint. May have a neat little logo on it, their company name, their mining outfit name, whatever. But those are purchased not for collectability for the most part. They're purchased purely for the value of spot gold or spot silver, and that's one way to do it. Now, or why are we seeing so many people buying bullion nowadays? Well, if you look at historical performance of gold and silver price per ounce, you'll see that even though there's dips being where it goes up and then it might dip down significantly, but it goes back up. Historically, both gold and silver have continued to appreciate in value, and a lot of people there's a lot of opinions surrounding that. The gold, in my opinion, the reason it's going through the roof is just the horrible financial state that the entire world is in. And people are buying gold because it's symbolic of, and you probably heard this term, it's a hedge against the dollar. So people are buying that yellow metal because they feel that it's safer to put their money there than to have a bunch of paper dollars sitting around that are continuously becoming more and more worthless. That's my opinion of gold. Now, gold, though, is primarily used for jewelry, so it's recycled a lot. So it's not a situation like silver. Silver is the metal I like the most, and I like silver the most, and despite our current world economic crisis, I like silver the most because of its long-term value, and its long-term value coming from silver's industrial purposes. So there's a lot of industrial applications for silver that consume silver. I mean, it's burned up, it's gone forever. And I feel that purely from a supply and demand perspective, economics and everything aside, purely from a economic state of the world rather, purely from a supply and demand perspective, I feel that silver is going to be the best long-term performer. And I've got some other videos on silver, you can watch those, but to summarize, I think silver is going to be the best long-term play because people are going to realize how little silver there is, and people are going to start stockpiling silver, and that's investors, that's businesses that are dependent upon silver for their operations for the next few years. There's really going to be some exciting movements in silver within the next, maybe not the next few years, maybe the next decade, I don't know. But whatever the case may be, feel free to check out my other videos and develop your own opinion. And then there's people that purchase gold and silver just for the collectability aspect of it. So they're not concerned with purchasing it as an investment. They're only concerned with purchasing the coins for collectability's sake. And nothing wrong with that. But the good thing about silver and gold bullion stacking is that you can do it however you want to. If you want to do all private mint bars and rounds, you can do that. You've got a lot of metal. Or you can mix it up. You can do government coins and then some private mint stuff. You've got some potentially collectible coins that you could sell in the future. Say that silver and gold prices really plummet, and that generic bar or generic round is only going to be worth for whatever the spot price of silver or gold is at that point in time. But that coin, it might be a situation where even though silver or gold spot price has really plummeted, there still might be money to be made from that coin because of its collectability, also known as numismatic value. But keep in mind, when that coin was purchased, one had to pay slightly more over spot price of silver or gold than they did the private mint. So it's however you want to play this. My stance is that I like the government issued coins because I can sell to a collector, or I can sell for the bullion content. I mean, hopefully it would never get that bad where I would only be getting bullion content out of it. And then if it got really bad with these coins, there's a face value on them. Not that the face value is much, but if gold or silver really, really tanked, that $1 face value on American Silver Eagle might be enticing. And I hope it never gets that bad. I don't think it will. I don't see how it would be possible for that to happen. But it's just things to consider here. But in closing, what I want to suggest is that check out some other videos on YouTube. I've made a lot of created a lot of review videos for various bullion, silver, and gold items. Check those out. Get a pretty close up view of what they look like. I know a lot of times on websites you just see a still photo of gold or silver coin. It really doesn't do it justice. So check that out, and then again, do your own due diligence. Don't haphazardly start buying bullion, because if you do, you're going to more than likely get ripped off. And as a rule of thumb, even if you choose to do business locally, check out sites like providentmetals.com, apmex.com, see what they're selling stuff for. And then if you go to your local bullion dealer or coin shop, you know about how much something should be worth. And don't let a smooth talker say, oh, this is more expensive because of this collector value, blah, blah. No, do your own research and pick up one of those coin books too. It's called the Red Book of Coins, and the current one is 2012 Red Book of Coins. You can pick it up on Amazon.com, your local bookstore. It's in hardback, paperback. A great way to get an overall feel for what types of coins are out there and their anticipated collector value, of course also known as numismatic value. And I hope that you enjoyed this video. Again, gold and bullion stacking, and gold and silver bullion stacking, rather, in my opinion, is a very wise move, not just because of the current economic climate, but I think it's a wise move for anyone at any point in time. And it's a lot of fun because a lot of these mints release unique coin series from year to year, and it's got the fun factor of collecting an entire set of something. And then, of course, once an entire coin set's collected, that complete set appeals a lot more to a collector if you decided to sell than individual coins out of a set. So just some things to consider, and have a good one, and thanks for tuning in, and again, check out my other videos. Bye-bye.